Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Stellar. We're back again. Of course, we had to make a video. Stellar has been one of the best cryptocurrencies, I think, this month. I mean, if you look at the last 30 days, yeah, Pengu did better, Sei did better, Bonk did better, but Stellar, Algorand, Hedera, XRP, XDC have been doing absolutely great. Those veteran coins, right? So just wanted to do an update on it. Stellar in general, look, this has been on the radar for some time. In general, before this entire move, I already kept you updated on XLM quite often. So if you're interested in that, if you're part of the Stellar community, which is still very, very strong, consider subscribing, but that's up to you. I mean, maybe you don't even like my analysis style. And that is not a good idea. But first of all, I wanted to talk about the fundamentals. Fundamentals have been great still. You can see the TVL has risen up to $137 million, which in general, $137 million is not the biggest number. If you compare that to other networks, it's actually not that high. I mean, you can see that that Stellar at this point of time is ranked at 38, which is under a change like Linea, Ton, Near, Volta, Mental, DYDX, Pulse Chain even, which is crazy, but okay. So fundamentally that's not great, but there is growth, right? And I think some of the strength of Stellar is not necessarily in the network and in the in the money that's locked on there. It's also in the community, it's in the narrative, and it's in other things that they do outside of necessarily their network. But okay, so the fundamentals, they're growing. Overall, they're not amazing. Do they warrant a market cap of $14.3 billion? I mean, I might say something you might not like, but in my opinion, no. I think that's overvalued. But obviously, the entire crypto market is overvalued. So does that matter? No. If you look at the higher time frame, or if we talk about my previous analysis, what I said is that I thought it was quite likely that 50 cents would create a pullback, which is what it did. So we were right about that. Now, in full transparency, which I always try to be honest, I also said the same at 44 and 45 cents. So I was wrong about that. But in my defense, I did say it was most likely we were going to pull back from 50 cents. I thought we would pull back into 40 cents from there, which is another major support zone. We have a lot of liquidity there as well. Well, you can see most of the liquidity is actually more towards 43 and 42 cents, but okay. You have the yearly rolling VWAP at 40 and 39 cents. So what I said is I think we're going to pull back into that. And then from there, we have the possibility, if we get a strong reaction and if the market is still doing good, which at this point of time, we're getting a good reaction and the market is also still good, then we can rally up higher to equal highs compared to December, which would be around 60 cents. At this point of time, I still fully stand behind that analysis. All right, you can see that so far we've gotten a good reaction at previous liquidity right here at 43 cents. But what happens very, very often is that we get some stability after a move like this. I mean, that's my apologies, my eyes are quite irritating. You get some stability, and then we get some bad news, or we get a technically fueled move. We try to get some shorters in, and we get a deviation below the very short-term range that we are now forming, right? Because that is happening. And I think with that, we can still move into that yearly rolling VWAP, which, by the way, is also confluent with the 30-day rolling VWAP. It's confluent with a major demand zone, and it's confluent with the 30-day and with a 4-hour trend, my apologies. So something like this is what I still do expect. And then afterwards, as long as we don't get any major bad news, I think we are going to break above 50 cents. And I think we are going to rally into 60 cents as well afterwards, which is that next price target. And then from there, we'll see again. I mean, it is definitely possible we'll spike up higher, but I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.